Hi, welcome to Matt's Midlife Crisis. My name's Matt, and today I'm going to be talking you through the creation of some custom slate coasters that we have available for sale on the website. The equipment we're going to be using is a Commarker Q2, that's a 2-watt IR laser engraver, and the software that we're going to be using is Lightburn. So what I'm sure is going to be abundantly clear by the somewhat amateur thumbnail. I'm not a video producer. This is my first time doing this kind of thing, so you might have to bear with me if at any point any of it seems a bit amateur or clunky. So let's get into what we're going to be doing today. I've got a little image put to one side of Batman carved out of granite. We're going to do a couple of different methods for this one. We're going to look at the two different choices we really have when we're doing images like this, and that's dither or grayscale. I'm not going to get too drawn into all the different settings and configurations on this video. The main point of this is just to show the customers how the slate coasters that they could be ordering from us are made. I'm not necessarily against doing these sort of tutorial videos and going a bit more in depth if that's what people are interested in, but just let me know in the comments and I'll have to have a look, see if we can get time and squeeze some of those in for you. Now, I may be pretty amateur and new when it comes to producing these videos, but I've watched plenty of them over the time, so one thing I can be certain of, being my first video, is 100% of you are not subscribed. So if you do actually like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and I'll announce a little giveaway that I'm planning on doing for you right at the end. So let's get into it then. This first coaster's lined up, ready to go. You'll start to see the laser working its way up. I do apologise about the angle on that one. It's not showing us too much detail at the minute. Unfortunately, like I say, the equipment's not really up to spec at the minute. I will look to improve that and get some better angles for you in the future. A little tip for anybody starting out doing slate coasters and engraving: if you pay attention to the grain on that slate coaster, it tends to start out pretty narrow and spread wide. I find it best that if you put the narrow lines to the top, the wider lines to the bottom, just seems to give you a much better resolution and a clearer image when you get to the end. So we're getting towards the end of this coaster now. Just to give you a bit of an idea, this has been sped up by 750 times. So the machine isn't quite as quick as it's appearing to be on this footage. As you get to the end, you'll just notice that trail of smoke or vaporized slate just disappearing. As soon as that's finished, we'll get the little red border lines pop up, and I will reach in and tilt it up, and we can get a look at the finished product. Unfortunately, it's not the greatest shot. The footage I have got cropped as I video edited it. So we're starting the second coaster now. This is the one that's going to be done using the grayscale method. It's a significantly longer method for engraving on the coaster, certainly with this design anyway. It takes about 3 times as long. So this footage has been sped up by 1,000 times just to try and spare you my voice for too long. So as this second coaster gets underway, we'll have a little chat about my plans for what we're going to do with these two coasters. The first one, the dither method coaster, my plan is when we hit 500 subscribers, I'll be reaching out to one of you. We'll put the names onto one of those spinny wheels, draw the name out, and get your address off you and send you out the first coaster. And then for the second coaster, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, yeah, I know, probably shooting a bit far there, but if we hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, I'll send out the second coaster to a random person from our members at that time. I'll be interested to hear what everybody thinks at the end, which method is your preferred one, which you think makes the image pop the best. I know my son is slightly more in favour of the dithered method. We ran a couple of different tests off the other day. He seems to think it offers a bit more depth to the image. I probably favour the second method, the grayscale, a little bit. does seem to flatten the image though, so I do agree with him. There is a little bit of give and take with both methods. The grayscale method, without a doubt, is a little bit softer looking, particularly if you're doing a floral design. So something that you play with, test your materials, run the images and see which one you prefer. There is no right and wrong with this sort of thing. Well, there is definitely a wrong. I've got a rejects bin that's full of wrong. But you'll know what I mean if you're getting into this kind of thing. If you're new to it, just have a play with it. Make sure you've got plenty of materials. Your best bet if you're starting out would be to get plenty of those anodized aluminium cards in, nice and cheap. They can come out with some brilliant images. The other thing, nice high-powered microscope. Don't have to spend a lot of money on it. I got an £11 one from AliExpress. Does between 500 and 1,000 times zoom. You really do need it so that you can find out what your maximum DPI is before you're going to start squishing those other lines. But again, that's tutorial kind of stuff. We can get into that if you really want me to, but there's plenty of videos online that cover that. The Lightburn official site's the first place I'd direct you to. They'll talk you through all the different features on their software, how to get the best out of it in your machine. Really can't fault those guys that put the time and the effort in. So here we go. I'm going to reach in, show you this coaster quickly, and then we'll pan out, have a little chat about the results. So here we go. First one up, that's the dithered method. As you see, comes out quite a bit darker. Does have that nice depth to it, that three-dimensional look. And the grayscale. Again, as you see, does kind of have that flattened, slightly flattened look to it. Almost cartoonish, sort of animation drawing style. Let me know in the comments which one it is you think's the best, which one you'd prefer. And when we get to the time, we'll do that giveaway and one of you will be a lucky winner.